Hey, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to English with Dane, a podcast designed to improve your English. As always, I'm your host, Dane, and you can find me on Instagram at English with Dane. My website is up and running, by the way, englishwithdane.com. I was going to say the thing about if you want full transcripts, you can send me a message on Instagram, but now you can go to englishwithdane.com and sign up directly to the listener list. If you're new to the show, I offer everyone full free transcripts of each episode as soon as they come out, apenas salgan, so you can follow along without missing a word. All you have to do is go to englishwithdane.com and go to transcripts and sign up to the listener list. I do recommend it because it takes the stress off your listening a bit and lets you relax and learn more comfortably. If you want to really work on your listening and you prefer not reading along, keep doing that. Do whatever works for you. I'll also be adding a blog section to the website where I share thoughts, answer your questions, and stuff like that. I'll let you know when that's live. All right, let's talk about today's episode, which is about compound adjectives, adjetivos compuestos. We're going to cover 10 today, 10 compound adjectives that you can start using today. So let's get started. You are listening to episode 97 of English with Dane. Hit it. Okay, we have officially started the show, so let's talk about compound adjectives. If you're not sure what a compound adjective is, it's an adjective that is made up of, que está hecho de, two or more words. For example, she's a really open-minded person. Open, hyphen, eso es un guión, a hyphen, and then minded. Open-minded. High-tech is another super common example. Compound adjectives are actually really common in English, and native speakers use them all the time. Today we'll cover 10, but there are tons and tons of them. I want you to listen to this episode, feel comfortable with the 10 that we'll discuss, but I want you to start listening for them in general. When you watch a movie, when you listen to a TED Talk or whatever, see if you can catch some. You'll start to see where people throw them in, and you'll get a good sense of when to use them. If that's too much for now, that's cool too. Try one or two from this list when you get a chance and see how you feel. Don't put pressure on yourself to learn all 10 of these. Figure out where you are, where you feel comfortable, and then push it a little bit. That should be your general rule. Where you feel comfortable, plus one. All right, let's get to it. The first one, fast-paced. Fast-paced means moving or developing very quickly. Maybe you work in a fast-paced environment where things are changing all the time and you have to constantly adapt to new circumstances. Maybe you like action movies because you prefer fast-paced plots, dramas. You could also use the word dynamic here for similar effect. Then we have old-fashioned. Old-fashioned means in accordance to styles or types that are no longer current, que no son actuales, so not modern. I feel like this word or this adjective is used a lot to talk about people that have very conservative values. Maybe something like, They're a very old-fashioned family and they don't want the women to work outside the home. I think people also use this as a subtle way, or not so subtle, una manera sutil, of saying that someone is not fully comfortable with gay people. It's a subtle one, so you have to pay attention. It's commonly used to talk about fashion, of course. Maybe you like a more old-fashioned cut on a dress, an old-fashioned suit for a special occasion, etc. You can use old-fashioned to talk about institutions, companies, or whatever you want. Number 3, well-known. Popular, basically. A well-known TV personality. A well-known actress, a well-known fact. There's a collocation. It's a well-known fact that gorillas are territorial, for example. A really well-known photographer, like in this clip from the 1999 film American Beauty.
He's a really well-known photographer.
Moving on to number 4, last minute. If you didn't know you could use last minute as an adjective, now you know. Last-minute. For example, here's the text. I made some last-minute changes. Let me know what you think. Or, I'm doing some last-minute studying for my exam. They sent us, nos enviaron, a last-minute offer, and I think we're going to take it. Remember that this use, este uso, is not the same as something like, they reveal who the killer is in the last minute of the movie. That's not the same. Remember, it's an adjective, so use it like an adjective. Number 5, well-behaved. This one is usually reserved for kids and dogs, really, mostly kids. I thought to include it because it's a classic one that Spanish speakers have problems with. In Spanish, we say that someone se porta bien, but in English, we can't just translate that, so we use the compound adjective well-behaved. For example, she's a really respectful and well-behaved student. What a well-behaved young man, etc. Number 6, record-breaking. One you've definitely heard, but maybe haven't used. If something is record-breaking, it breaks records. The free concert drew record-breaking crowds on Saturday. Maybe your company had a record-breaking performance last quarter. Maybe your favorite football player scored a record-breaking 5 goals. Maybe a new Avengers movie comes out and we see a record-breaking box office performance. If you're giving a presentation, for example, this one will probably be useful for you. Next one, number 7, kind-hearted. This is a great one for describing people. Instead of saying someone is nice, or friendly, or generous, you can say all of that by saying kind-hearted. Kind, of course, is another way of saying nice. So we take kind and add the word heart, as in corazón, H-E-A-R-T, and we get kind-hearted, as if to say de corazón amable. So next time you're describing someone who is very nice, friendly, generous, considerate, etc., you can say that they are kind-hearted. All right, next one. Number 8 is absent-minded. If you are absent-minded, you are frequently distracted, your level of attention is low in general. Your friend who is always daydreaming is maybe absent-minded. That friend that you have to send a message to remind them that you're meeting up at 8, he or she is probably absent-minded. Distraído or distraída in Spanish. This is something my teachers said a lot when I was in school. I think people perceive this as a negative thing, but maybe people who are absent-minded are just operating on a different frequency and are better at other things. Don't know. I think we need all types of people though. Number 9, fat-free or sugar-free or caffeine-free, etc. This one is basically anything that ends with free. This one is super common when we talk about food and drink, for example. Try this fat-free ice cream. It's delicious. Wow, I can't believe this cake is sugar-free. I don't drink Coca-Cola unless it's caffeine-free because I get a bit shaky. Gluten-free is a very popular label these days too. So adding free to another word to say that it doesn't include that. We don't only use this when talking about food or drink though. For example, this is a judgment-free zone, so nobody will judge you. Nadie te va a juzgar. Tax-free is another one. You will not be taxed, no tienes que pagar impuestos, if you buy a tax-free good. And last but not least, number 10, brand new.
And that brand new Porsche.
Brand as in marca, and new as in nuevo. If something is brand new, it is unused, no ha sido usado. It is completely new. You'll hear this a lot in advertising. The brand new 2021 Toyota blah blah blah. Or when you're buying something secondhand. People often sell things they've never used, and so they write brand new in the description. People say this after showering, working out, going into the sauna, stretching, or whatever makes them feel great. You know the feeling. You take a long, hot shower after a long day, and you come out feeling brand new. You can use it to talk about new technology, a new service, a new episode of your favorite show even. Pretty much whatever you want. It translates to a estrenar in most cases, or como nuevo if you're talking about the shower thing, for example. Before I go, I wanted to talk about a common mistake. I've talked about this on the podcast before, but it seems appropriate to talk about it on this episode because we're talking about compound adjectives. So, if a movie is 2 hours long, it's a 2-hour movie with a hyphen, con el guión. It's not a 2 hours movie. There's no S there. It's confusing because in Spanish we say una película de 2 horas, so it's an understandable mistake, but that doesn't mean you should make it. So, un informe de 5 páginas is a 5-page report. If you are on a flight, un vuelo, from Madrid to Lima, you're on a 12-hour flight. Not a 12 hours flight, no, never. A 10-minute break, a 5-story building, etc. All right, that's it for today's episode about compound adjectives. I hope you use them. I think using compound adjectives is a great way to sound more natural when speaking English. Like I said before, don't stress too much about learning all of these. If you only use one of these in a conversation or email or anything like that, that's already a win, a victory. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you found it interesting. Support English with Dane by following the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen, as well as subscribing to the YouTube channel. If you want full transcripts of all future episodes so you can follow the show more closely without missing a word, you know what to do. EnglishWithDane.com and sign up, apúntate, to the listener list, and you'll receive transcripts in your inbox as soon as each episode comes out, which will be more regularly from now on. At English with Dane on Instagram for quizzes and extra stuff as well. All right. Thanks for listening. Talk soon. Bye-bye.